Ghana, 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 my motherland. Charlie, sometimes you just don't know what to say anymore. You just don't bloody know what to say anymore. But today I'm going to be very, very calm because I want to speak directly to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of Ghana. Mr. President, your legacy is seriously under threat because of the spate of lawlessness in Ghana. It's just out of control. Ajinsem, Mr. President. Mr. President, the sort of indiscipline, the indiscipline with impudence, a hand-time way of indiscipline going on in Ghana. You have to do something. And it's not just okay blaming the people. Ghana 40 and Ghana 40 and Ghana 40. You see, the easiest and laziest thing I hear people say when they say Ghanaians should change their mindset, it shows clearly that these people don't even accept the problem we have. They haven't come to terms with the problem we have. Onjin Tumu say we are in a crisis in Ghana. Leadership paralysis. Just that the people are okay with it. If you know clearly and you understand the kind of situation Ghana finds itself in, you never blame the people. You never make that statement, that lazy, lousy way of confronting a problem that is endemic and saying that Ghanaians should change their mindset. Ghana phones is on Subai, and Ghana for Subai yet, and Ghanaians have got bad attitude. Maza, it's got nothing to do with the people. Human beings are the same everywhere. Human beings, you give them the chance, they will all do whatever they like. It is not about the people. Societies that you compare yourself with, that you take pride in, they are being engineered by leadership. The ultimate leadership in any country is political leadership. So when a country is going on very well, we give credit to the leadership of the country. So when things go really bad, why blame the people? The people are there to do whatever they like. First and foremost, their survival instinct setting, they will do whatever it takes to survive, even if they have to break the law. And secondly, when greed sets in, which is inherently part of human character, then it becomes worse, it gets out of control. That is why there are laws in every jurisdiction. In every society, there are rules and regulations that are enforced so that people abide to it and people conform to it. Human beings will never reform. People should understand this. People don't wake up the next morning and change their mindset. It doesn't happen anywhere. People learn from their leaders. Societies evolve from leadership. When people are allowed to do whatever they like, more people will do whatever they like in different ways. So stop blaming the people. I hear people say Ghana for attitude is bad. Ghanaian workers, the attitude is bad. Hello? Is this not the same Ghanaian workers you're praising who are in the diaspora? That they get up and go to work at 7 o'clock. If they have to be there at 7 o'clock, they will be there. In Japan, you're a great businessman, but your program is dealing with the symptom of an underlying problem. Your program. You're not dealing with the root cause of the problem. And the root cause of the problem is leadership. And more politicians, most of you, you've got bad attitudes. In your own rights, you have bad attitudes. Most of you. So who is learning that kind of character trait and applying it elsewhere? The younger generation. The people look at what goes on in parliament. The people look at lawlessness that Obidi Boni or parliament, they tell them to go and sin no more. The people look at all this and they see and they can relate to it. Say, look, Ghana and Yejuma. So why should I go and obey laws? Why should I do the right thing? When the people who are leading us, they are not doing the right thing. The attitudinal change has to start with you politicians. So, Kendi Japan, you're a great businessman, right? And when you started one of your programs, you said, say, Abroche Ghana for a Casa Hombre Juma 7. They'll be there at 7 because it is strictly 7 o'clock. It will be enforced. Who enforces it? It's not a Ghanaian who is going to work at 7 o'clock at Abroche. No. It is the leadership of the organizations they work in. It is the leadership that is part of the norm of leadership in every level of society. Say they make sure say rules, law, regulations, and laws are enforced to the latter. And the Ghanaian is the best worker in Europe. Hardworking, time conscious, punctual. The Juma they are punctual. But you see, when you give the Ghanaian the chance to do the wrong thing, they will easily turn around and do the wrong thing. Look, the Ghanaian will never be late for work. But call Ghanaian function or be late. Or call Brony function on ye late. Because on him so Brony didn't time so. Or call Ghanaian functioner or be late because all the time on qua almost a cassia started 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock running started. The mentality is still there. It can only change with leadership. And when people come to a Ghanaian function once and twice, and by the time they get there, it is closed. The next time, they will be there early. Because they realize, say, things have changed. So, we have a problem in Ghana. And the best way to solve a problem is to accept that there is a problem. And when you don't accept that there's a problem and you shift the problem to somebody else, then you cannot solve the problem. The problem in Ghana has got nothing to do with the people. It's got everything to do with leadership. And now, started a profanity. It's got everything to do with leadership. The lawlessness and the spate of indiscipline going on in Ghana at Ginsem. Everybody thinks they can do whatever they like and then they will get away with it.
no after ahyia so ni ɛyɛ kɔ na kɔfa bibra ɛdi ɛhɔ a na mo na ɛhino ahyia so ɛbɔ ma wo na mo adeɛ so ɛde kɔ fie fofa ɛne wɔn bi bia no na wo de akɔyɛ
You see, I'm showing this video first. Me show video because I want to make an analysis with what happened at the castle, those evil kids, what they've done, and why we are where we are. When you allow such foolishness to go on, these are some of the things I even heard on live TV. How these people get their licenses to operate these TVs, and after showing this stupidity, their licenses are not revoked and they still go on. It shows about the kind of indiscipline at the top of leadership. It is not the people who are supposed to revoke the licenses of these idiots, making these Sika Garini, all sorts of rubbish, double the money for you. Where are they going to do that? These people are attracting young Ghanaians to call them so that they can double their money for them. And people like quick money. And the young people see people flashing around top of the range vehicles, and young people quickly, they become so rich overnight. Nobody questions them. They buy flashy cars, they drive them around. Nobody questions them where they got the money from. Who is supposed to do that? It is not the people. It is leadership who are supposed to enforce laws. The attitude, the bad attitude starts from leadership. So stop blaming the people. Ghana for attitude, Ghana for Subanyefe, Ghana for to say, and Ghana for to say, and Ghana for should change their mindset. You don't understand the problem we have, and you don't know how to analyze it, let alone have a solution for it. That is why you're blaming the people. These people, these idiots who run these TV stations and make quick money the agenda, telling people that they should bring money and they will double it for him, and showing all these fake cash or wherever. How do you allow this thing to go on? Why are these people not arrested? Why don't you find a law to charge them with? If there's no law, bloody make a law. That's what happens in progressive societies. Bibia ekoso kronumu omainimu a day lack of progress. Emma, people go astray. It becomes endemic to societal progression. Leadership, political leadership, those who are supposed to manage the country, if there's no law to arrest that situation and criminalize that phenomenon, they make a law for it. Because there has to be laws to make sure that people do the right thing. And the minute you criminalize it, if they do it, they are breaking the law and it's an offense. And there is a deterrent to it. And once the law is enforced, people will not do it. That's human nature. We conform. We're so intelligent, we will conform overnight. And we can conform to another retrogressive posture. If that's the norm in a new society we find ourselves in, just to survive, we will conform. So what I'm saying is, how the leadership in Ghana allow this foolishness to go on. People who come on live TV and say, Alma Sika Gari, they can double your money for you. They put their numbers there. And you know, when these people go to them, you know the sort of things they ask them. They ask them for human parts, they ask for human blood, they ask them for things that will force them to go and murder, to kill their fellow human beings. And now it's gotten to the stage that the next video I'll show, young people, teenagers, 17 and 19 or whatever, they are able to lure a kid. Apparently, they go to the house of the mother of this kid, and this woman even feeds them. So the kid knows these, the kid knew them. The kid is dead now. So the kid knew these two murderers, evil people, human version of pit bulls. And they lured this kid and murdered this kid in cold blood. The kind of pain this kid, 10-year-old kid, would have gone through before he died. And I blame leadership of the country for it. The problem, we should be angry with leadership in Ghana. Only at this foolishness of Sika Gari and I'll double your money for you. These people can sometimes go onto radio and TV stations, and you have some journalists who cannot use their common sense. They have no vision. Journalists who interview these people and ask them how they double money, as if it is something to encourage. You're grooming a generation who are obsessed with quick money. We are destroying the Ghanaian culture. We are destroying the special Ghanaian quality that our great-grandfathers extended to our grandfathers, and they extended to our fathers, and they extended to us. And we are the generation that we've seen it all, but we are being very stupid in learning from how we have passed through all the stages. We are the generation that saw the analog TV change into what? The flat screen, electronic. We are the generation that saw telephone that you whine, cream, and now we have mobile phones. We are the generation that has seen it all. We've passed through a lot of stages, but we are the generation that we are failing the next generation. Leadership is failing the next generation in Ghana. And you must be ashamed of yourself, political leadership. You have the bad attitude. You have to change. I'm going to say something about attitude when I finish this video. And that will be the solution to our problem. And this message will go specifically to the President and Akufo-Addo. Your legacy is under serious threat. Fix this mess quickly. Let me finish playing this video.
Hey, Rade. So I don't understand though why we are still entertaining this in our country when we are still allowing money rituals to continue. What are we telling the generations today? What are we trying to tell people? That they should be lazy and just go for these sort of money rituals, right? You mpanyinfo a mo Ghana ha mo de mo nkɔ so na mo ɔman no nsɛ saa why mo nkɔ so mo ehu ndɛm saa ndɛm nyinaa ɛkɔ so wɔ television so nso mo sɛ mo nya ho hwee, and so the boys will continue to go for these rituals. They will not work. So how will the country develop? So I can't with him. Yo.
One century, I won't see him, and you'll be never catch us at Tuanamo. Now, put a mimi now of an avonte, answer I want to, answer I want one year need it.
So why is this woman not arrested? I don't get this, honestly. The law enforcement agencies, only who say video Rihanna. Where is this nonsense allowed in any serious country? What? Why are we allowing this foolishness to go on as a nation? And then we sit around and say Ghana 46, and Ghana 46, and Ghana 46. That is why you are in leadership position. That is why you have been placed there to make sure that the society is manned properly. Listen to me. This is the sort of thing that young people see. Look at her. This woman shows her face, and she's not arrested. How can a society sit around and allow people who are indoctrinating the younger generation that they can double their money and become rich overnight? Is she rich herself? The woman sitting down there, is she rich herself? That is why, if you want to cut down the emotions and you want to deal with this issue practically, the conduct of these two evil young people is not the problem. It's not the root of the problem. This is where we always get it wrong. We misdiagnose the problem, so we don't get a right solution for it. This is a symptom of an underlying problem of failed leadership of the country. Failed leadership of Ghana. Let's look at these young people too. Oh dear.
This man, you fuck Coca-Cola. The face. The minute face, you are going to take the no so small boys put you put the power here. What is that? Put you put the power here. Which boys?
I'm sure you all have seen these videos. They've been around for a while, but I just want to make a point that, look, I 100% support that these children must be used as an example. Scapegoat. I believe in scapegoating. You use some idiots to set an example that a kind of foolishness cannot allow to continue. These two must be punished severely. I mean, I believe in, if you kill somebody, if you are able to kill somebody, honestly, you don't deserve to live. That's my philosophy. If you're able to, in cold-bloodedness, like what they've done, they knew they were going to kill him. They knew it. It was premeditated murder. They planned and executed the murder of this 10-year-old boy. Such animals, pit bulls, they don't deserve to live. They don't deserve to live. That's my philosophy. People may disagree with that, but that's my philosophy. If you premeditate, and you carry out that plan and cold-bloodedly kill somebody and you're caught, you don't bloody deserve to live. Simple. That's the only way idiots will stop committing such heinous crime. But back to leadership. The attitude of the Ghanaian has got nothing to do with the people. It's got everything to do with lackadaisical, lousy leadership, lack of law enforcement, indiscipline from the top. That has become the norm in society. And most people in political leadership, they've got bad attitude themselves. So the people, you can blame the people. The people will follow where you want to lead them. And they learn from their leaders. If leaders come on radio and they misbehave, the people will do the same thing. On live TV, if leaders are able to puke out vulgar words, unprintable words, a young teenager will put a camera in front of him and he saw the president. Because they've seen politicians doing the same thing on live TV, on live radio. So the indiscipline is right from the top. Now, attitude. Attitude is basically a behavior, good or bad. Attitude, I'm going to simplify it, is basically a behavior, good or bad. Is the branch and the symptom of the underlying root of our problems. If you take what is happening in Ghana, our predicament as a tree, the root of our problem is down there. Attitude, the bad attitude of the Ghanaian is just a symptom, it's a branch. Not even the stem, it's a branch. That's bearing the fruit of attitude. So it's got nothing to do with the root itself, which is down there, that we're going to dig out in a minute. So the attitude is just a manifestation of a bad behavior, good or bad behavior. But in Ghana's case, it's bad. So let's concentrate on the bad. But it can be good or bad. Good attitude, bad attitude. Good behavior, bad behavior. So it's a manifestation of a bad behavior, the attitude. Behavior expresses the character of a person. The bad behavior of a person is a manifestation of the character. So you see, attitude, behavior, character. If the character is bad, it will manifest itself as a bad behavior, and the behavior will produce a bad attitude. That's it. Now, the character is shaped by a disciplined mindset. This is where the mindset comes in. The character of a person is shaped by a disciplined mindset. And discipline, now, this is where we have to understand clearly the mindset. Shapes the character through discipline. Now, a progressive mindset becomes part and parcel of a working society. And it is not instilled overnight. Listen carefully. A progressive mindset that becomes part and parcel of a working society is not instilled overnight. The mindset that people say, oh, Ghana for mindset, don't change your mindset. People don't wake up and change their mindset overnight. It happens over a course of a time. When someone is trained to be disciplined, they acquire that mindset to behave in a particular way. So you see, look at what attitude is. Look at how far we've come and seen that the mindset, if the mindset is wrong, which is not acquired overnight, because it becomes part and parcel of a progressive working society, that majority of the people end up being instilled with a particular mindset of how things should be done and how they should conduct themselves. So we have a long way to go before we can attack the attitude of the Ghanaian. A lot of things happen before the Ghanaian acquired a certain attitude. The fruit of the tree, which is the bad attitude that we talk about. And it is not just the Ghanaian, it is right from the top. When leaders in the country are not conducting themselves the way they should, it shows that they have a bad attitude themselves. So why blame the Ghanaian? The ordinary people who are learning from their leaders anyway. A lot of these politicians, a lot of the young people look up to. And they behave badly and they get away with it. The standard is low up there. And you expect the people not to have an attitude? The mindset is actually a product of a conscious attitude of leadership to enforce rules, regulations, and law, to create a disciplined society. Now, let me repeat that one. People acquire a certain mindset because leadership of that particular jurisdiction, the country, they make a conscious attitudinal effort to enforce rules, regulations, and laws to create a disciplined society. So, the mindset of the Ghanaian is not acquired overnight. They don't sleep and wake up and get this mindset of doing things anyhow and behaving anyhow. It's as a result of the lapses in society for Ghanaians to do whatever they like. So their mindset is tuned towards doing whatever pleases them. And that lapses comes as a result of lousy way of enforcing rules, regulations, and laws in Ghana. And these are not enforced by ordinary people. This is the work of leadership of Ghana. So if you want to blame anybody for what is going on in Ghana and you attack the people, you're making a joke of yourself. You don't understand the problem itself, let alone analyze it and have a solution for it. The buck stops at leadership. Leadership is failing the people of Ghana. I'm gonna end here. I'll make another video, talk about the fact that human beings, we are creatures of adaptation, right? We will always choose the path of least resistance. That's human nature everywhere. What a Ghanaian is doing in Ghana is because they are allowed to do that. Law enforcement is lousy. Nobody is disciplined enough to take their roles in society serious. Right from the top. So you can't blame those at the bottom not to do their bit to help create that society that we all dream of. That most people do the right thing for all. Because from the top, they have failed society. And the top of leadership in any country is political leadership. Fortunately or unfortunately for Ghana, we have an executive president. So that is what I'm saying. I'll talk about human beings and why we are creatures of adaptation in another video. But this is where I end. And this is why I'm giving my solemn appeal. I'm sending my solemn appeal to the president of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Where is the Nana Addo in the 90s? Ghana needs you now. Ghana needs you to wake up and smell the coffee. The country is getting out of hand. The country is out of hand. If we say it's getting out of hand, we are tickling ourselves and laughing. The country is out of hand so far as indiscipline is concerned. Ghana is becoming lawless in its own way because indiscipline has become the norm. You must crack the whip, Mr. President. Your legacy is seriously under threat. This is your brother YK coming to you, and I hope to come your way again. Until then, leadership must wake up in Ghana God bless us all.